Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. I hope everybody is having a great Sunday. Okay, happy cold Sunday. It's finally cold here in Michigan. Well, not cold, but it's we are no longer in the warmness of our fall. We are not in the coldness of Michigan, Detroit's fall, and yeah. So, hello. Okay, this is my review for the Love and Marriage Huntsville of it all, the episode from last night. Okay, so let's get into. But y'all know, first things first, if you have not done so already, please make time to do a couple of things. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, okay? To become a whole JayBird, and dot. Okay? Do not forget to also follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner, on IG, on Twitter, on everything. Everything is JayLeesCorner. Follow me everywhere, okay? Y'all know to like the video. Okay, like the video, comment in the comment section, because this is a conversation between what? Between me, you, them, they, she, he, her, everything in between. The ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s. Okay, y'all know to also comment, share, like, hit the what's the bell called? The notification bell. Okay, all of that stuff. Okay, do all of that. Okay, but I am here. Okay, I am around here somewhere. Where? Right here. Hi. Hello, everyone. Okay, look, it is cold. I got my little sweater on. Okay. I look real Sunday-ish. I went and got my hair done yesterday. The rain completely messed my hair up. So boom, a hack it is, and we're gonna leave that there. Okay, went and seen Wakanda Forever yesterday. I will have that review up probably on Monday afternoon sometime and whatnot. Now, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's get into what the episode was. But y'all know, look, y'all know we YouTubers, okay, do things, whatever. I think most of y'all probably watch It's Rocks, okay, or It's Rocks, who was a YouTuber, okay. Rocks never does live. She's not a live YouTuber, whatever. She does pre-recorded stuff. However, she's doing a live top of the blogs this Thursday. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So make sure that y'all tune in, okay? Because I don't think she's ever been live on YouTube. Okay, this is the first time she'll be doing it. I know a lot of people are fans of It's Rocks. She's been around for a long time. I think she's been out, like over 10 years and everything. And then wait for me. So I just want people, because I'm gonna tune in, because I'm like, yeah, because y'all know, going live is hard. Going live can be very nerve wracking when you're not a live YouTuber or whatever, because you can't redo stuff. It's whatever you say. You know what I'm saying? You have to kind of watch what you say. So yeah, Rocks will be going live this Thursday at 8 o'clock for the first, and maybe only time, I don't know, but it will be her top of the blog celebration, because she is at number 500 for her top of the blogs, and so she announced she'll be doing a live for it. So go ahead and, what I'm saying, make sure. And I think the link to it will probably be up sometime around Tuesday. So be sure to go around now, okay, and support It's Rocks. Because I feel It's Rocks is like she's like the godmother of YouTube, I'm gonna say, for the black sector, whatever. So I'm saying we have to love and show support, because that's the thing to do. Okay. But hi y'all. How are y'all doing? How was everyone doing? Hello, hello, hello to the people. Thank y'all for being here. You can be anywhere, but you around here, okay? I am good, Candace. I am just chilling. It has been a chill day for me. And that's all I can say. I need a bit of a nap too, but I'm up. I'm gonna give it to y'all. My Potomac review will be 8. Y'all know I no longer do Potomac reviews live. Potomac reviews are now pre-recorded. I upload them every Monday at 1 p.m. So yeah. So Monday, tomorrow, we'll have my Potomac review up at around 1. My Wakanda movie review will probably be up sometime tomorrow as well. And then I'll be live tomorrow night at 9, between 9 and 9:30, for a gossip chats thing. Okay. But hi to the people and everything. Look. This sweater, okay, that she was my look. I love this sweater. Okay, I love this sweater. It's a huge sweater. Okay, I love it. Okay, it has to be one of my favorite. Those are new clothes. Those are my new stuff right there. But um, you know, I love the sweater. Okay, it's my absolute. I really wish it had more. Hold on. I'm gonna send Rock something. Hold on, y'all. Let me send one little thing. Hold on. I have to send Rock something. But yeah, I love my sweaters. Okay, and I'm gonna have to wear it again. But yes, yes, I watched this today. Geographically, yeah, and say because yeah. So, um, when Rox announced that when she announced on her Top of the Blogs last week that she was going to do a Top of the Blog live coming up this week, I'm like, Rox doesn't do graphics. She doesn't know how. She doesn't use Canva like we do for our stuff, or whatever. Like most of our graphics who are YouTubers or whatever, mostly all of us use Canva. But I know Rox doesn't do that, so I'm like, she don't need someone to remind people of the live. So I went and I made her this, and then I sent it to her, and I was happy she liked it. So yeah, I was like, yeah, because you know what I'm saying. When I first started YouTube, I'm like, I didn't know nothing about nothing. You know, we have to learn. We learn by sharing shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I know Rox won't have time between 9 and Thursday to learn how to use Canva. So I'm really, really good in Canva. I make all my own graphics in Canva. I'm like, let me make for her so that way when she go live, all she has to do is be Rocks. She don't have to worry about the graphics or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I was happy to, you know what I'm saying, lend my little help, okay? Yes, she has the Roxy Reads book club too, and I believe she does that on Patreon. So yeah, okay, but yeah, she doing her little thing and things, so it's cute. Good, yeah, thank you. Yeah, outlook, because I remember when I used to do my graphics when I first started YouTube, they were horrible. Okay, because I had no idea about Canva, and then once I found out about Canva, it was having to figure out how to really use Canva, and now I'm like, okay, I can make, I made my intro music, I made everything y'all see me do is made on Canva by me. Okay, by me. And mostly all other YouTubers, within our group, makes they stuff on Canva too. So yeah, okay, but yeah. We 10 minutes. Okay, yeah. Okay, we here. Yep, caught alive, caught alive. Thank you very much. Thick brown legs. 18. But hi to all of the people. Yeah, shout out to Jaylee and Rock Graphics. Look, we are the black sector of YouTube of reviewers is not a large group of us. It really, really isn't. So anytime any one of us can help the other, we like to do that. And I just happen to, I'm like, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Let me make it a graphics. You know what I'm saying? It is a full, it's a cardigan. It's also a sweater. It's just long. And I got it extra, I got it extra baggy because I like it. I've only worn it once, but I'm trying to get into my mind like you can rewear pieces. It's an overpiece, you know what I'm saying? But because it's so cold today, I'm like, let me toss it on because I'm around the house dressed, but on camera, toss a little sweater. But yeah, I got it into it. I think I posted it the day I wore it. Did I post? I think I posted the day I wore it. So yeah, but yeah, I try my best to do the things, you know what I'm saying, that I know. Okay. Yeah, YouTube, YouTube is very much a small community. You know what I'm saying? I know many people who do not know how to use StreamYard, how to use Canva. That going live for reviews usually to me is the easiest thing to do because I used to hate having to edit down my reviews. I hated having to record it because when you edit it, you try to make it more perfect. So you realize, okay, I misspoke on this or whatever it may be, and I'm like, girl, and I'll be live, and you're gonna get what you get, okay? But that's it. Land yeah, you know, saying when it's cold, it's in Michigan now. We about to have cold weather. Yesterday was the first cold day. It was cold and it was snowing. It was like rain, snow out the blue. So it was crazy. I do not have a clothing line, but I need one. I need one. Okay. Would you consider doing videos? Not many. Like when I post my clothes and stuff on my channel, not many people watch. I have a secondary channel. I'm thinking I may put fashion stuff on that channel just to build it up. You understand? Because I love clothes. Yeah, I got purple for Wakanda, so I went and got a manicure. When did I get my manicure? Friday. Was it Friday? Yeah, got a manicure Friday. So yeah, but let's get into the show because we got all off kilter, all off kilter. To me, going live is easier, but because I have learned the craft of being live, learned how to not be worried about how many people watching, what I'm gonna say, and all of that. I've been able to grow and be better, so I'm no longer worried about being on live how I used to be. But I know for a fact for people who don't go, like Rocks, who doesn't go live often, it can seem very scary because you don't know what you're doing. Okay. But Rocks is going to be amazingly great on Thursday. Yes, it was snowing yesterday. It was rain that turned into snow. It was cold. It's now in the 30s and the 40s. So like y'all gonna be seeing more sweaters, coats, jackets. Soon my UGG boots will be on because once the cold hit, it's UGG boots. That's it. It's UGG boots because you have to always be prepared in case snow hits. Now, so I love the interaction with live and more conversations happening. Yeah, I told Rox, I was like, you should use StreamYard because you can interact more with your wife because you can put the comment up on screen, you can see it. Okay, it's a conversation, and so that's why I like it. That's why I don't, I do more lives now than I used. I'm usually always live now, you know. But that is a conversation for a different day. Okay, let's get into the love and marriage of the Huntsville. Okay, because it was a doozy. I feel like a lot happened, but a lot did not happen. It was conversational between a few people, and Kimmy's situation. But we're gonna say Kimmy's situation for the end because that's when that conversation will happen. Okay, now. The episode started off, but I think when I may have I may have a separate live that would be like YouTuber question and answer chat. I know some of y'all are YouTubers. I know some of y'all may have questions for whatever it may be YouTube wise. So maybe I'll have like a YouTuber question and answer live that I'll do one day this week. And then those who want to join can join it. We can have the conversation that way. People, you was on the housewife or whatever. What's the video? Talking about other shit. It's like I try to keep stuff. You know what I'm saying? In the same round, but I don't want people like, oh my God, for the first 20 minutes they'll talk about all this stuff and not about the show. But if anybody who wants to have a conversation about lives, YouTube, Canvas, that kind of stuff, I'll have a separate live for that. If y'all want that. If y'all want that, it'll be cool. We'll see. Anyway, okay. Let's get into the episode. It started off where the last one left off with everybody at Stormy House having a conversation. And it was really Mel and Destiny finally having a chance to talk after all this time, and them kind of both expressing how they saw the situation at Badani happen, at least for them two talking. Okay. Mel, like, look, when I walked in Badani, okay, I said hi. I literally spoke to both you and to Kimmi by name. Okay. That's what I did. Maybe you did not hear me, but I clearly said, "Hey, Destiny. Hey, Kimmi," and but you didn't speak back, and so Destiny feel well. I didn't hear you. It wasn't audible. Okay, Kimmi, did you hear her? And Kimmi said, "Well, yes, I did. She spoke to me and to you. I heard her. Okay, but when Mel walked in, before Mel walked in, me and Tisha had been talking to you, and it was hard getting through to you before she got there." So, you probably you wasn't hearing her. And I think that was Kim's way of saying you didn't hear Mel the same way you wasn't hearing me and Tisha. So if we were talking to you trying to get through to you, you didn't hear us, or whatever, you probably also wasn't fully listening to Mel because you was already in your feelings before she even got there. Okay. Now her cousin, what's her cousin name? Her cousin Demi, who's also there, okay, was like, I think you felt violated. I think you just felt violated because you said, how dare so-and-so come up in my space, okay? So because you felt that way based on, y'all having, you and Mel, you and Stormy having issues or whatever, they showed up to your event in your space, okay? You was already feeling some kind of way based on that. And she's like, when I saw them walk in, the cousin said, I saw your face and I knew how you are was just over it, okay? And you kind of just exploded. Now, Destiny wants to make it feel like, well, it was all internal anger. Okay, I had some internal anger against Mel, against Stormy, but I didn't express it. When Tisha said, well, no, you didn't have to. You didn't have to. Like you know what? You may say it was internal, but it wasn't. It came out of you. It came out fully. Okay. You did not have to say anything. Your body language, your face, all of that said it all. And I feel like that's the crazy part. Destiny don't get. People feel a way about her because of her aura, because of her. She can't hide how she feels. She can't. At the all. And the fact that her good old friend Tisha, good old buddy Tisha, buddy, we don't like the male, Tisha said, well, no, you didn't have to say a word about it because everything about you, it came out. Okay. So I felt like Destiny should get Mel didn't ruin your event. Neither did Stormy. You did. See, with the cousin, while was the non-invited cousin speaking, I just didn't. That is funny. I just don't get why her cousin needs to be her mouthpiece. She needs to learn to explain herself. I feel like the cousin saying you felt violated. I feel like that was her way. She was saying what Destiny told her. I don't think she expected the cousin to say that. This how you felt, cool, but you then exploded because of how you felt. The cousin, in my opinion, was trying to defend Destiny, trying to make it seem as if because Mel and Stormy came, they're the reason. But it's like, no. As she said, she didn't say shit, but she didn't have to. Your non-verbal actions made shit worse. Your aura, your energy made shit worse. Because as Kimmi said, before Mel got there, you already was feeling negative. You were already being a negative Nancy. So to me, everyone's little anecdotes about what happened, to me, pointed more towards Destiny than anybody else. Because Kimmi said, I did hear Mel. Meaning what Mel said was clear enough because somebody who she wasn't talking to heard her. So I think Kimmi felt like Mel did not really say hi. And so I think she felt like Kimmi will also say, Mel didn't speak. And Kimmi said, well, no, I heard her. And you did not speak back. But I heard her fully. You know what I'm saying? Violated, listen, if she reacts like that to everyone she has an issue with, who could be a potential customer that walked through her door, she should not be in, I fully agree, she should not be in business. She should not. And I think I think sometimes she forgets she's supposed to be a business person. And for me, it's kind of like YouTubers. We can't review these shows, have our own opinion, and then get extra pissed at folks who disagree with us to where we don't want them saying shit. I be looking like all opinions are welcome. Just don't be rude to me about my opinion, because I can't feel like y'all can't come here and say stuff too. You just can't come say shit to me. You can't come at me. So, like for that, you own a business. If you don't like someone, I don't care they at my business spending money because I don't have to deal with them outside of that. Period. At all. Okay. And to me, she kept trying to defend her act. But yeah, I was upset, but it was all the time. It wasn't. Because your cousin said you exploded. Kimmi said Mel spoke, but you was already not hearing even me and Tisha. You didn't hear Mel. And then Tisha saying you didn't have to say shit. Your whole everything was said enough. Meaning you ruined your own event. And let's not forget when Mel said, I spoke, you didn't speak back, and I left, and you then came after me yelling down the street or down the walkway to me. I quietly left your event. You then came, if I came to your event and I did not speak, and for you to wait till I leave to yell out the door down the street means you are the one causing the scene. However, we come to the understanding that, in my opinion, it was Destiny who did not hear Mel, which made her feel some kind of way, which made her then yell down the street, down the little walkway to Mel, which caused the scene. Okay, so to me, Destiny caused it, but they also realized it was more of a misunderstanding because Destiny did not hear Mel. So when Stormy asked, so like, can y'all be cool now? Meaning Destiny and Mel. And Mel was like, it's crazy that people just does not want to allow folks to let it be normal for folks to just have their own feelings. Like you do not have to keep forcing people to be friends. I fully agree, because as many folks have said, just because I'm not your friend does not mean I'm your enemy. People can feel how they feel, and outside sources should not force them to be friends. It's okay for everyone to just be respectful and live their own life. Okay, that's it. And so both Destiny and Mel did a cheers, clank to that. Okay. Now Mel also says that she is okay with where her and Destiny are. Okay. And if Destiny is angry, that's fine. That's fine. As long as she don't take that out on me. Okay. And I was like, well, that was cute. That was cute. Because it's the thing about the comment I see the most in most of my comments when it comes to Mel is people feel like everyone makes it seem like Mel innocent. And I'm like, I don't think for me at least, I don't talk as if Mel is innocent. I talk situation per situation. And I think two things can be true. Mel and Stormy should not have went to the event. Neither of them had to be there. However, at the same time, it was a damn production event. Production told them to come to that event. If y'all do not know by now that production fully be doing, you know what I'm saying, having shit around here, period. Period. That's why production set up this event. And people, Mel spoke so soft. Kimmi heard her. If Kimmi didn't hear Mel, it would have been soft. But you can't say someone spoke softly. You said that when no one heard them speak. When someone speaks and no one hears them, that's when you say, "Oh, they said it real soft." Kimmi heard her. And why do I have to yell, "Hey, Destiny"? Why I gotta yell? That to me. That's what people say to make it seem as if, well, Mel didn't really speak because she didn't yell it. It's like, why the fuck? Why as an adult do I have to yell when I walk on my job? I say hello. My voice is never loud because I'm not. I don't need to be loud to get attention. So I feel like even when people say, well, she didn't speak loudly, I'm like, why did she have to yell it? If someone else heard her speak, she spoke loud enough because if someone heard her, Destiny was the only one who did not hear her. The reason production put up, where is that? The reason production put the caption up was proof that Mel spoke so that Destiny can't keep saying she did not speak. The same way when anyone say so and so didn't say this, they put up a caption so you would know. Well, no, she said, "Hey, that's she." The caption wasn't up because we couldn't hear it. We heard it. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. That's part one of it. Uh, the fact that once Mel said I did speak, the fact once Kimmi said I heard her speak, the fact that Dusty never then said, you know what, my fault. Because I thought you didn't speak, that's why I acted how I acted. That's all I'm saying. If you thought something, then you had a reaction. You can't then make it seem as if the fact that they did what you thought they did not do don't matter. You've been crying. She didn't speak. She didn't speak. She didn't speak. She didn't speak. All this. Your whole chasing her out the door was because she didn't speak. You now know she did. And because you now know she did, for you to not say, well, you know what? Had I known you would have spoke, I probably would have spoke back. But she would not have. Because she wanted an issue with Mel. And that don't mean Mel perfect. That don't mean that Mel could not have spoke up louder. It's the point that Destiny now knows Mel spoke. You then acted an ass because you thought she didn't. And in my opinion, now you look stupid because you blame your reaction on Mel not speaking. But you now know she did speak and you still full of shit. Your cousin even said how you exploded. Tisha, your good friend, your good Judy, said you was on one. You was on one. Just saying. So I think people have to quit blaming male for that piece of it. Again, no one is saying male perfect. No one said that. That has never came out my mouth. Never. But anyone who don't see that it is destiny, who is consistently wanting some kind of issue with male, is this a bit blind. It's an itty bitty bit. It's an itty bitty bit. Okay. So even male saying, excuse me, y'all, in her own words, stop trying to force me and that girl to be cool and friends. We can both feel how we feel and be cordial and be respectful. And right now, that should be enough. Because when you try to force people to be cool and be friends, that's when shit go left. You have to allow things to just happen how they're supposed to happen, and nothing else needs to be forced. Nothing else needs to be pushed. No one needs to be, just forced to be, oh, you have to be friends. You're not friends. Why aren't you friends? It's like, 'cause I don't want to be friends. I respect her. I respect her. But I don't have to be her friend. Like, that is not how it has to be. Like, let us be cordial. Let us start with that. And if you let us start with that and see what it grows into, it can become more genuine later. But you trying to force me to be a lady friend when she be on bullshit, it's stupid. When everybody is like, Destiny, you were a bit mean. Destiny, you can be a bit aggressive. Because Destiny can be. She can be. And I think she knows it. I think she has an excuse of why she is the way that she is. She'll say, Melvin speaks. I had a right to go back. No, you didn't. Because she spoke. But what we will say is this meeting that Stormy planned got them to a place to even have a conversation without arguing. I think that is, the number one just good option. You know what I'm saying? When you can get two people in the room and they don't fight. Okay, now let me look at some comments because I know y'all may be going off on me. Okay, Destiny is petty for absolutely zero reason. She was standing there and her like she was a guest and not the host. She should have been greeting people as they came in. I agree. Tisha Mel tried to tell Destiny about her energy at the relaunch. They did. Well, no, Tisha and Kimmi did. Okay. Destiny, as the owner of the store, should have greeted everyone who walked through the door. Her workers could have greeted everyone as well. Yeah, because you know why? Because it was a production event. It was production, and she was on 10, on 10. And what happened to her single? Is it song? I don't know. Also, I'm not understanding how Destiny can't see she's coming across a bitter, jealous. Yes, that's the kicker. This not even how friends usually act. It's a bitter jealousy there, and I'm like, I don't get how she don't see it. And the fact that production be showing these clips that shows each of them in some way or the other, but Destiny keep making it seem as if no, it's just Mel. Mel is being mean to me. She's being rude to me. She doesn't want to be my friend. Okay, she doesn't speak to me. She's mean. She listens, and it's like, girl, how and why and when? Nobody. Okay, I feel like no one feels like Destiny has to kiss Mel's ass. I think nobody feels that Destiny is trying to, I don't know. What it comes off as is Destiny is jealous and bitter and hurt as if her husband is leaving her. She really treats Mel as like a wife. That's the crazy part. That I don't think anybody, or at least Destiny, wants to accept. And I keep saying, people sometimes talk about this Madonna event as if this is not a reality show. That if you notice, all the major stars of the show were in attendance. If you think production, if you think production, because this is the thing, somebody had to put a mic on Stormy, her mama, and her husband, because anybody who are in these scenes has some kind of mic on them. So it's like, why is nobody asking, well, you know what? Who was the one, that put a mic? So production knew she was coming, and so did that. Destiny may have felt like maybe she won't come. Maybe. But I think she was upset once she saw, oh, they actually came. Just saying. Anyway, let's move on. Because again, this is the first conversation of, Mel and Destiny. Okay. Let's see, Destiny's gonna have to stop telling Mel's business if she wants to be Mel's friend. Let Martell find out about Mel on his own. He's a stalker anyway. Am I the only one who thought Stormy was low-key coming for Kimmy's event, even though she helped to ruin Valentine's Day? That she should have apologized for screaming on Mel's mama. Now, I seen her talk about that a little bit on her IG, but I'm like, that would have been a conversation at the table. Now, they could have been cut out. We don't know because they cut stuff out or whatever. But again, it's like, and I don't know at this point if Mel fully know what she said, because when she said to Mel's mom, "Stop pimping out your daughter," I don't know if Miss Van told her that. At this point of them filming these scenes, it hasn't played out yet. I do feel like once the reunion happens, Destiny will have to for sure answer that at the reunion. Because it's at the reunion point in time, they'd all seen all this shit. Okay. It's like, okay, what's gonna happen? But again, it's like, Destiny, girl, is you. Only you can make the bullshit. She gonna be on bullshit. Okay. Now let's move on to more bullshit. Okay. Let's move on to Marcel and Keisha. Marcel wants us to believe that he's this romantic type of husband, that he really loves his wife, that he be planning this and planning that or whatever, and we don't believe him. Okay, Marcel said it's date night. He's the romantic one or whatever. He round here with a whole little date thing planned and whatnot. And I was like, sir, oh, I don't believe you. I really don't. Okay, when he said that Tisha had the kids situated, that's her job. Okay, so I don't know what it is. I'm like, sir, that's not her job. That's Marcel was such an asshole. Okay, now the funny part is the moment I see him set up this picnic in the house, I was like, Marcel, where is the $17 million you said y'all made? Because I feel like, that living room does not spell $17 million. I feel like their living room and that house is the same size as my living room in my apartment. Our living room should not be the same size. If you made $17 million, because I have not made 17. I have not made 17. I have not done it. Okay. So I feel like our living room should not be the same size. Okay. So I need him to fix the money, because it don't make sense. It doesn't. Not at all. That chair don't even look like it. That's my grandma chair. Just saying. And I'm not trying to dog them, because what you can afford is what you can afford. What I'm saying is, anyone who was trying to up here bragging about how he made 17 mil, but you in a little ass house, doesn't make any sense. Not none. Because their house is nice and quaint, it's them, they 3 kids or whatever, but it don't speak. Because when you have 3 children and you have made $17 million, you want to have a space big enough for your kids to be outside playing, to have some space. Your kids probably bumping into each other in the kitchen. That house does not look like it has 3 bathrooms. I'm just saying. You can't be around here trying to shuck and jive us to make us think that you make 17 mil, but your bathroom is the same size as my bathroom. So I need him to admit, you know what I'm saying? You may have taken on jobs that cost the people who paid you to build and they put in 17 mil. You probably made a profit of maybe half a mil. Maybe half a mil before expenses. Okay. So that was just weird to me. I was like, sir, no. I'm just saying. And I know they're building a house on that mountain they got or whatever, but y'all been in this little house for some years. So where did the money go to? Anyway, so he tell teacher that he planned a little picnic in the house. I think it's cold outside. That he planned a picnic inside because I want to be a better man. I want to be a better man for you. Okay, I've learned. Boy, bye. Shut up. Okay, y'all need a scene and that's it. Okay. Now she asked him, is it because of the couples retreat with Dr. Francis? Is that what it is? That's what helped you? Babe, I just want to be better for you, babe. That's girl, y'all both lying. Okay. But he's just gorgeous. Anyway, so but I appreciate you. All I want is I just want to know. I want to make sure that when I be talking that you be listening, okay? And this right here, this picnic in our small house, is showing that you were really listening to me. Because you put the carpet on the floor, some meat and cheeses out. Okay, the champagne we own. You didn't go buy no champagne. No, you got the champagne that we own. The champagne that we own that is free for us. You went and got this for me. I appreciate you. Not look, ain't nothing wrong with a good picnic inside if it's too cold to go outside. But don't make us feel like you are this romantic, loving husband who wants his wife to always feel hurt, because that ain't you. That ain't you. Just saying. So they then talk about, of course, the couples retreat. And Marceau says, Dr. Francis, he is not the therapist for me. Okay. I think Dr. Francis is biasing his men. You know what I'm saying? He always side with the women. He was really hard on Lewis at the retreat. He was not really that hard on Tiffany. Okay. He always has the right answer, and everybody else is wrong. You know what I'm saying? And then he think he's perfect. Okay. And I can't do that. That doesn't work for me. I was like, why are you lying? It's the weird thing that he thinks that Dr. Francis calling him out on his shit means that he's biased. The fool actually said Dr. Francis thinks that all men has toxic masculinity. I was like, no, Negro, you do. You. Men being masculine does not always equate to toxic, to being toxic. But you, it does. You for sure. Okay. So it's like he's really trying to put this narrative forth that anything Dr. Francis say not really true. Because he's biased. Because he can't side with us men. First of all, a doctor is not supposed to side with the man or the woman. You talk through with each couple going through. That's it. That's it. If your situation and your brother's situation and Louis' if all y'all had the same shit, well, that's on y'all. I think Marceau does not want to accept he is toxic. He may not be physically abusive. He may not even be emotional. Well, he is emotionally abusive. But there is a toxicness to how he disregards Tisha. Tisha is used to it. Right. He was telling Lou, your wife, the fact that Dr. Francis was being hard on Lewis for him to get a backbone to Tiffany. Saying your wife came on a couple retreat and her priority already is her job. And the crazy part about Tiffany thing was, I remember when they kept on saying, when she said something like, well, Lewis knew when I got here, I had to take a call. And because Marceau and Tisha wasn't here yet, I did it. I'm like, but you said before y'all got there, Lewis knew you had to take a call. So my thing is, you had planned to do that whether Marceau and Tisha were there or not. So Marceau making it seem as if Dr. Francis was harder on Lewis than Tiffany is bullshit. But Marceau half the time is bullshit. Okay. So he like, Letitia, if you want to stay in therapy, if that's what you want, okay, you have to find a therapist who isn't biased and who isn't perfect, okay? Because I can't take advice from somebody who can't show me their flaws. I was like, when did Dr. Francis act like he was perfect? I was like, it's stupid to me. And to me, it makes him seem stupid too. Okay, because you're complaining about valid points a therapist had in your marriage that your wife felt. So you can't say that, because he said at one point, I don't see certain stuff as issues, but Tisha do. And because Tisha do, I have to at least acknowledge that, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So you can't discredit the Dr. Francis for relaying things that your wife feels. I'm just like, it's just stupid. And it's like you can't sit on the floor barefoot in socks with a bald head, okay, and them tight ass pants, them leggings, and then think you're going to confuse us into feeling like Dr. Francis is a biased therapist who always sides with women. Because when he sits with your wife, he corrects her too. He has told Tisha about herself and how she should not be taking Marceau shit, and how she is also, the person holding her own cards. Meaning the hand you dealt, you are holding those cards. Stop giving Marceau so much power over you. Dum dum diddy. Okay? It's crazy. So Tisha then goes into how she's going to have a period party for her dear daughter. So this, which I thought was a great idea, their daughter, so this, I think the oldest daughter is like 10. So at that age to where they were getting their periods. And so she wants to have a period party. So the kids and kind of just had that conversation. Okay. Marceau said, well, I have a wife, so I do not have to worry about that. That's on you. Thank God I'm not single or divorced or a widow, because I'm like, to me, that's so stupid to say. Mainly because this is why I thought it was crazy. On the couples retreat, didn't Tisha say her good college friend who just had a baby died? So y'all recently experienced a mother dying, leaving the father with the children to raise. So for Marceau to say, well, thank God I have a wife, so I don't have to know about or deal with these girly things. I was like, you really? Like y'all don't know about women who leave for death or whatever reason, and the man is left to, when she like Destiny was raised by her father. I was like, right, men have to raise daughters too. Crazy that he would say that, but I think it was a great idea for her to have this event. Okay, anyway, let's move on to Destiny and Mel's conversation. Okay, but I want y'all to first take a second and like the video, please. Wait, where the button at? Where's the button at? There it goes. because y'all know liking is the thing to do. Okay, so Mel and Destiny. I feel like this conversation was a long time coming, in my opinion, because they fell out last season. The last actual conversation was that one at the little deli or whatever. Then was Valentine's Day. We have not seen them have a conversation since then. Most of it has been stuff on social media, stuff that has been said in interviews, and that's really it. It really hasn't been much more than that. But Destiny invited Mel to a photo shoot. Now look, when Destiny, first of all, Destiny was 100% excited, glad, ecstatic that Mel was there to talk. Okay. Um, she was 100% friendly, happy to see Mel or whatever, and even trying to get Mel some photos. Okay. Period. But in her confessional, it was a bit shady. I don't even know how I feel about Mel being there. I'm like, but you invited her. It's the crazy part that to you invited her to be there for you. But in your confessional, you are still, in my opinion, being shady about I don't know how I feel. What? How? Why? What happened that made you not really? What happened from this moment to where you did confessions, where you felt like I don't know how I should feel. I don't know. I don't know. I was like, girl, bye. So they discussed how Mel had made a video like dancing to her song on 10, but Mel didn't post it. And Mel said, well, I recorded it right before or around the time the Madonna stuff happened. But then that stuff happened. I didn't post it because I got to your event. I spoke to you. You did not speak back to me. So I felt like you didn't speak to me. You didn't speak back to me. So I felt like you were not open to talking. So I was not about to bother you. So I walked away. And I said before, I said, Mel walked in, said hi, stood there for a second, and Daphne did not respond back. So she walked away. And then after that, soon after that, she left. So I was like, I called and I said, Mel left and walked away based on Daphne not speaking back to her. She said, had you spoken back, I would have then said, congrats on your song, this and that, and this. But when you did not speak back, I felt like, okay, she's not in that space to talk to me. Let me just go on about my business, say hello to other folks. And then she ended up leaving, okay? So I was like, that's what happened. In her confessional, Daphne brought up how Mel Hello wasn't good enough. That the last time we seen each other was at the Valentine's Day event, and it wasn't good then. I say, but that you lying. Because the Valentine's Day situation, Mel's fight was more with Tisha than Destiny. She brought up how a chair was thrown. I said, yeah, but you threw a chair at Stormy. You wasn't really fussing and fighting with Mel. You and Mel had already had a little argument before that, but y'all did not really fuss and argue much at Valentine's Day. Even when Mel left, she left after fussing more with Tisha. Now, Daphne got involved in they fight because she loves to do that, in my opinion. Okay. But it kind of shows to me how Destiny really is just set to be pissed and still upset with Mel. It's weird to me. It's weird. It's just like you bringing up what happened at Valentine's Day, but what happened did not happen with Mel. It happened with Stormy. After you and Stormy got into an altercation, Mel came in the back with you and Kimmi and was talking to you, calming you down. So y'all last interaction actually wasn't bad. It really wasn't. But you were trying to include yourself in Mel and Tisha's fight, and that's stupid. I don't understand. Okay, it's weird to me. And she brought up how Mel, when Mel is an eye for people, she don't invite them to her events. Okay, but that has been Mel and Tisha's history. Also, Mel be smart. Mel keep having private events. She don't have public ones. Okay. Anyway, so she said Mel doesn't want to give the same respect that she wants, meaning, you did not give me the same respect of not coming to my establishment. Like you didn't invite people when you was having stuff. I said, yeah, but that was her and Tisha. Mel not inviting Tisha to her house for a pajama party. Mel not inviting Tisha to that her skincare launch thing or whatever. She held private events that she didn't invite people to. I always say, have private events, and that way folk who you don't want can't be there. But you are trying to rewrite the past because your last altercation with Mel was not that bad. Even the disagreement y'all had at the little restaurant thing, Mel got up and left. Y'all didn't fuss and fight. She left. You fussed and was fighting with Stormy. So again, it's like you trying to make it seem as if more stuff has happened between you and Mel, and it hasn't. Okay, so she asked Mel, "But why do you think we're in this space now?" And Mel said, "Look, because we already talked about stuff. Okay, we discussed stuff before, but I'm no longer in that place of caring about what happened last year. I've moved. I've made peace with that." The crazy part is Destiny can't even see that what Mel said made sense. Mel's point was this: I don't need to rehash anything from last year. Right, wrong, or indifferent. Because last year, everybody did something right, wrong, or indifferent. It was all going through shit right, wrong, or indifferent. But you now wanting to rehash stuff from a year ago. We were all in different headspaces. I'm not here to do that. I've made peace with whatever happened last year. I also don't like rehashing old shit with certain people. You know what I'm saying? I feel like what happened between Mel and Destiny does not really need a full rehashing. Um, I feel like, in my opinion, that could be for one or two reasons. She really could just be at peace with whatever happened, or she may not want to own up to whatever she could have done before. I don't know. And on Destiny's side, she could want to rehash stuff for one or two reasons, because she really is bitter and jealous that her and Mel ain't cool no more. Or she could, in my opinion, she also could be trying to make Mel out to be the villain. I don't know. What I do know is nothing that happened between y'all needs to be this deep. Needs to be rehashed this tough. Destiny to me is holding on to shit. And I think Mel has said, I'm past that shit. I'm at peace with all that shit. I'm good. And when Destiny said, well, how can you be at peace? How can you make peace trying to assassinate your friend's character and embarrass her? I was like, sometimes I really think Destiny forgets she on camera. Because Mel said, you called me a liar and a manipulator. Like, what do you mean? Okay. You did that to me. Okay. They then played a footage of Destiny in her confessional saying exactly that. Okay. And she said, but you called me a liar at the cafe. And Mel said, if I thought you lying, I sure did. I sure did. I absolutely did. That's what happened. And Destiny goes back to that whole situation where she feel like off camera, she has some deal going on and works with somebody who she either met through Mel or knows her and Mel both know. The girl at that time, y'all know, at that last year, it was a lot of back and forth shit on social media. The lady was like, whatever's going on with you and Mel, I need you to handle that. And until you can handle that, like, I don't want to do business with you. I felt like this. Anybody who do not think that brands are not looking at how your name looks on social media, what you're involved in, certain brands do not want to partner with people who are at odds with bullshit. So that person said to her, hey, you have something going on with that with Mel. I see it on social media. You need to handle that. Until that's handled, I can't work with you. That's smart business. Because why would I want to attach my brand to you for one or two reasons? For one of the things. One, you can't keep your shit open. You can't keep your own beauty supply store open. You're also fussing on social media with one of the stars of the show, and who for lack for just I can't say like facts. You are at odds with somebody who is the most Mel is very much engaged in social media shit. Her brand on posting this, like you see Mel a lot on social media. So she is one of the popular people in the show who was very much into social media shit. So if you are beef with her, why would I want to attach myself to you? Because people who may be cool with Mel on fans first would now not want to buy my shit because you were attached to it. So I feel like Daphne trying to blame Mel and say, well, no, Mel must have manipulated the situation to make that person not want to work with me. To me, that's saying the person who owns that business is not smart enough to think on their own. So that's also an insult to that person. You chose to blame Mel for why somebody else did not want to do business with you, then call her a manipulator. So I'm like, I don't want to work with you because look how you treat people who choose to not work with you. You call me dumb and like I'm being controlled by somebody else. That's not smart. And when Mel, because at this point, Mel, like, okay, she trying to rehash old shit. And I told her I'm at peace at whatever happened before. And she said, look, I'm not here to rehash and go back and forth about stuff. I don't want to beat a dead horse. No, ma'am. Okay. I was like, she's like, I don't, I like that Mel said, I don't agree with Daphne's version of the conversation, okay, that we have, and that's okay. Because she can have her feelings and I can have mine. Period. Okay. But we should not have to rehash shit to be able to move on. I say, look, you don't. You really, really don't. Thank you for the super chat, Tracy. If Destiny was an amazing brand on her own as a business owner, Mel and Destiny friendship wouldn't matter. But Destiny is a sinking ship. A sinking ship. I agree. Let me scroll up and see some stuff. Um, at this point, there's no need for explanation. It's clear they should not be friends. Just drop it. Just drop it, leave it be. When you have the least process your when you have the ability to process your emotions in a healthy way, it's hard for others to understand, and that's the gotcha. That's the gotcha. That Mel not doing shit besides she's not. She's no longer staying in the bullshit. She was in the bullshit. But it's like, why would I want to sit up here and rehash shit from last year? Why would I want to do that? For what? She thinks we're and I don't know why. I don't know why. I really don't know why. It's weird. It's weird that she just does not want to. Like Mel said, just move on. Because at this point, neither of them is going to fully be like, no, you're right. I was a complete and total this or that. They're not. They both have their own versions of what happened. And rehashing does not make any sense. But in my opinion, I do feel like once they fell out, I do feel like Destiny was the more bitter one about it. And she's still on that bitter train. And she is not able to process her holding on to that bitterness is making her just rot from the inside. And I feel like when we seen Mel walk in and how happy she was to see Mel, she was like, okay, I can get my friend back. I can get my friend back. It can be amazing. And Mel was like, I'm really just here to like be cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's we don't have to, you know what I'm saying, be all that. It doesn't, okay? And when Mel told her at the end of the day, I can see you and speak. Like I can say, hey Destiny. Like I don't have to ignore you or be like, oh, I don't have to do that. And when Destiny replied was, well, yeah, because you're not childish. So you won't do that. I was like, but I feel like I've heard her call Mel childish. I feel like I've heard her do it. And that be the gotcha. She'll say one thing in Mel's face. Like you went to course, you will do that. That's you're not childish. I'm like, but I feel in my bones you called her childish. And Mel just saying how I can be in your, we can be in each other's spaces and it can be fine. And when Mel said, no, it's not about being childish. Like, you know, it's like she said, people have different boundaries. So some people do not choose to speak to anybody they don't fool with, but that's their choice. So it's not even being childish. But for me, I'm not doing no drama. I don't want to be put in no drama. Peace is what it is for me. Okay. So we can be in each other's space and it be okay. And for me, I'm like, that is how you can properly, as an adult, move on from shit and not have to sit and live in. Look, they both seen what the other has said about the other. Both of them have said shit about the other one. So what's the point of rehashing everything we said? We both said stuff. So what's the point? The difference is at some point Mel stopped. Destiny has not. That's the gotcha. The reason Mel can say I don't want to rehash shit slash shit because she ain't said shit. She made to me, in my opinion, in my thought process, I don't recall Mel saying anything mean, rude, or whatever about Destiny recently. I don't remember it at all. I can recall shit Destiny said just within the past month. That's the gotcha. And Mel and this like I can be around you. We can be in each other's space, and it's okay. Before I felt like whenever Destiny was around Mel, she hated it. She had to have an attitude. And the crazy part is when this was being filmed, Mel had no idea the shady shit that Destiny was saying in her confessionals. So I feel like once they get to the reunion, if Mel like I'm good on Destiny because I put out the olive branch while you were sitting up in a bright ass yellow this further number. I told you we can be fine. And you still then went on social media and interviews and all this shit and talk cash shit about me. So you try to put me back into some bullshit. That's what's crazy. Period. Period. And so Destiny, because she wants the male, I want Mel's love. I need Mel's love. I need her right now. Okay. She said to her, you love me, don't you? Destiny desperately needs Mel's friendship. I don't know why, but she do. Okay. And Mel paused, and we seen the flashbacks of all their good times over the years, over the seasons or whatever. And Mel's like, well, of course I do. Okay. I might not love all of your ways or everything about you. Okay, but of course I love you. Okay. I also miss, what we had in the past. But right now I'm enjoying being to myself. And to me, that was her way of saying, right now, bitch, we can't go back. We can't go back. We can't. We will never. I feel like after watching the season, it's gonna be even harder. Because to me, Destiny was because y'all know the confessionals are filmed after the show, you know what I'm saying? So you had already had this scene with Mel, then went in your confessional and was still being shady as fuck at every chance you got. And to me, Mel was trying to be as nice as she can be. Probably based on I thought we were in a common space of respect. But I then watched the show back and said, "Oh, you've been fucking me over the whole season." Okay, okay, all right. Well, fuck you. Okay, so that even goes into how our fallout was hard. It was tough. It was a tough time. Okay, we both were going through divorce or whatever, and so we were each other's support system. And at this point, it was funny to me because Mel was just like, mm, 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 mm. I think Mel was just like shaking her head and like just agreement or acceptance of Destiny trying to make it seem as if we were each other's rocks. We were each other's support system. It was so hard for us. And regardless of my friendship with Martell, me and you, we rocked hard. We rocked hard, even though currently she kept saying she was Martell's friend. Martell. But here she's saying, regardless of my friendship with Martell, me and you, but that be the gotcha. She be saying shit in male face to be male friend. And when male did not reciprocate, yes, Daffy, let's be best friends. She then revert back to me and Mel that cool. I wasn't being her friend. I was Martell's friend. It's like, really? And she then said, so us and our fallout, it was like a divorce from you. I had to kind of grieve you. It was hard for me. Like, it was like, I'm like, and Mel was like, yeah. Yeah. Okay, it was like, girl, it seems that Daphne is just a bit bitter. That Mel refuses to let her back in her life. And it makes her look stupid. Not for any other reason besides you did not have to take the route you took and trying to make other people hate Mel. Destiny fully tried to make other people look at Mel as a bad person, as a bad friend, as the asshole who used me up and spit me out. If anything, Mel should be the one mad because Mel trusted you, even though we saw you speaking to Mel's ex-husband about her. Mel trusted you, but we saw you talking cash shit about her to Tisha. Mel was the one helping you pay light bills. As you say, Mel was the one who was your confidant, your shoulder. You said that y'all were each other's support system. Mel, on a scale of 1 to 10, and who talked cash shit about the Mel was at about a 3. Because Mel did say, I was a great friend to Destiny. Okay, I helped pay these bills. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Mel innocent, but on a scale of 1 to 10, Mel did like a 2 or a 3. In response to the 9 that Destiny is. Destiny showed the exact reason we never knew. We kept wondering why is Mel like kind of distancing herself from Destiny. But seeing how Destiny moved, we now see Mel saw something and say, you know what, let me pivot. Let me pivot. And when somebody slowly pivots away from you and you do more and more stuff to come after them as a bad friend, it makes them move further and further away. You then literally befriended Tisha to talk shit about Mel. You would literally go to Martell and talk shit about Mel. You tried to do the same shit with Kimmi, and Kimmi didn't all the way take it. So it's like it's funny that we now wonder why was Mel, kind of trying to we like because look at how Destiny did it once Mel chose to just kind of beat herself a little bit. You fully went and tried to make her look like a horrible person. And when you tried to do that and say how she was a bad friend, Mel's response was, I paid that bitch light bill. She had a cut off notice on her door, and I sent her, an accumulation over time of about $6,000. Not that she asked me for nothing, but because I saw my friend in need. So how am I? And it's sad that her response was exposing that, but I feel like, bitch, you can't try to drown me as a bad friend and then get upset with me proving how I wasn't. Period. Then y'all talking today, and you're talking from a point of, we were so close, each other's rocks. So losing you was like, a divorce. But in your confessional, there's never been a time since they first fell out where Destiny did not take the chance to negatively discuss Mel in some way. Hey, Ma. Hey, Ma. Okay, I'm saying? So that's the crazy part. So folks who felt like Mel was being this and Mel was being that, I was like, Mel saw shit coming and she ducked. And thank God she did. Because you never want someone you cannot trust your secrets to have. Look, I was talking to my goddaughter. My best friend Karla, her daughter, my goddaughter. I was talking to my goddaughter the other day, and I was saying how, you know, I never have to, Karla sings. I was like, no one ever has to see me when it comes to Karla. Because that's my best friend. And my job is to literally be, the encouragement when it's a lot of noise. You know what I'm saying? And I also said, true friendship is not how much time you spend with a person. It's the fact that you can trust that motherfucker with your deepest and darkest. That is your other person. They know your deepest and darkest. And you never fear that, oh my God, if something happening, I'll tell. Destiny is fully a person to where if she's mad at you, she's gonna snitch. In some way, she's gonna tell. So to me, Destiny wanted to be best friends with Mel. And when that didn't happen, and Mel would distance herself, and then Tiffany came along, that made her a bit more jealous. And God forbid, then came Stormy. So Mel literally peeped what was coming up the horizon and just ducked. And Destiny can't handle that. And the guy, we kept on saying how Destiny can't keep being this negative person because it's not gonna help the show grow. And so this right here shows us if Destiny stopped being her little self, okay, her little bitter baby self, everybody can kind of get along. But girl, I don't see it happening because she's full of shit. Fully. Because again, in the episode, it was so hard to not be your friend. Okay, you love me. The whole you love me, don't you? That was her way of hoping that they can kind of fall back into the same old. And when Mel said, "Well, yeah, of course I do, yeah, but I don't love your ways. All your ways. I don't love everything about you. You know what I'm saying? I miss the past, but right now I'm good on just being by myself. Meaning." I'm not here trying to rebuild a friendship with you. Right now, it's okay for us to be able to be in the same space, and that's it. And we'll see what happens in the future. Okay? Now, let's move on to the other stuff. Tisha has her the party. It's a little period party, okay? She had a period party for the girls. Okay. It was cute. Real cute. They had little TPs. They were in their pajamas. There was a female OBGYN. There was a female nutritionist. It was the speaker was a female who did this. I can't think what she did. It was look. I really hope that Tisha does she this is what Tisha should do. Tisha, this is what you should do. Get you a whole organization to do these type of educational things for the babies, the little girls. Period. Because I thought this was the most amazing, informational, genuine things. I feel, and I'm not trying to take this away from Tisha. I feel like when Mel told Tisha to get out the house and do what you know what I'm saying, want to do in life, this was the execution of that fully. Because I can see this being a worldwide thing. Okay. And it won't even be for young girls or periods. It can be for anything woman related. You know, helping kids little girls understand their bodies. You know what I'm saying? Even if have these once a month for the little girls until they're old enough to really not have, because you're gonna have questions for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if Tisha don't do nothing else in life, this is what she could do. Have one in every state. Start in Alabama and then have them all over. Plan these events. Mothers would probably love to, because it's one thing for your one child to feel, oh my God, I don't know my period. But to have 20 girls, all the same age, probably all in the same school, in the same whatever, same school, same grade, or whatever. Like, this is something I would hope parents would want to pay for. Have it be about $100 per kid. They get the little take home goodies. They get this information from these experts. It's a fun experience. Okay, having them write down questions. It was so. I was like this. Yes, come on, Tisha. A period party. It's smart. It also will teach young girls to not be embarrassed about their bodies and the questions. Because the one girl said, "How do you know when you're gonna start bleeding?" And I'm like, that's a normal question for a 10-year-old who could really get their period at 10. And don't leave it at just like periods, sex, all that stuff. So many young girls are taken advantage of by the young men who they end up sleeping with early on, because at the age we don't really know about sex. There needs to be these real conversations about sex. And I feel like that's Tisha. Girl, do it. Yes. And have the parents have little wine. Little wine. Okay, in the back. I at first was against it. I was first against men not being invited. When she said how she wanted the girls to not feel that she wanted the girls to feel comfortable with whatever they wanted to ask and not feel like men are there too. But I also felt like, have these events for just the dads. Because if you see the questions girls already know, you can have info for them. And the men should also have questions. Don't only just have these for mommy, the mommy and me things. Have stuff for the dads. Because there are men out here who are fathers to daughters who may not have the mamas. So Tisha don't know, this could be a whole brand for her to educate little girls, their parents, to educate men who are single fathers, to educate uncles who have to, or whatever. You could be a foster father, an uncle who now has, like August Alsina, who had to get custody of his nieces because their mama died. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this could be a very much so untapped market to help educate young girls, parents, because it can be people's mamas. Because nowadays you got 13-year-olds having kids who may not know about their body. So if you 13 years old having a kid, your kid not 13, you only 26. So there should be also education for young mothers who may not know this, that, or the other. So I really do hope Tisha. Look, I joke on Tisha all the time. Tisha, if you ever hear me, I'm probably post this on social media. You should make this a whole thing. Period. Period. You hear me? Anyway, so, but again, cute party, cute party, cute party. Now, let's get on to Kimmi, because earlier in the episode, after Stormy's party, Kimmi left at the same time as Mel, and Mel was asked if she was okay. And, it's like, well, I'm okay, but I'm going through some things or whatever. I'm just not ready to talk about it. And when her and Mel Mel hugged her, and when Mel said, you can come to me. I'm saying, we always lean on each other, okay? And whatever you tell me, it don't go no further. I felt like that was such a moment, because we ragged on Kimmi for telling Destiny and Tisha about her and Mel's conversation. And I thought her just embracing Kimmi, like, whatever you tell me that you're not ready to tell anybody else, like, it won't go nowhere. Like, it's gonna stay here. It's just us, okay? And Kimmi said how she really greatly appreciates Mel checking into her, and how she fully loves Mel. So at this event for Tisha's daughters, we see we see Maurice walk in, and he has her come outside. So we then see, first we seen Kimmi and Maurice on their way to the biopsy. I feel like we're seeing true, authentic moments of them. Their nervousness, their uncertainty on what the future is going to hold, them just wishing and praying and hoping that things turn out for the best. Because at this point, she has not even had she's like on her way to get the biopsy. And when we see them next outside of this period party, because Maurice went in there and got Tisha to bring her out to talk to Kimmi. And she's like, what's y'all doing? Hey, and Tisha, like normal Tisha, men ain't supposed to be here. What are you doing? He's like, yeah, we got, it's some news, some bad news or whatever. And, when Kimmi said before how she did not want to tell anyone because she did not want them to kind of be sad for her, because that makes her sad. And when she said to Tisha, that last week, Maurice and me, like, I found a lump in my breast, and and it's basically it's cancer. Tisha just instantly broke down crying. And I think for Kimmi, I see her point, because before she knew if it was or wasn't cancer, I think she did not want to have to be responsible for consoling people who are trying to console her. And so when Tisha's reaction was a normal reaction. I'm not saying Tisha's reaction was anything abnormal, but it's the point of, had Kimmi not known what it was, Kimmi would have then been trying to console Tisha, who's trying to console her. And she gets stuff together. It's like, I'm sorry, whatever. But because when anyone says, I found the lump and it's cancer, death pops in your head. That's just, so I feel like Tisha's reaction also showed how much she cared and loved Kimmi. So I was like, it was just so heartbreaking, because you see Kimmi trying to keep herself composed, just to be able to finish this, what it was. And it's like, I didn't want to. She's like, I did not want to tell you on the phone, but I also did not want to miss an event, but I can't stay because I have not wrapped my mind around, me having breast cancer. and it is stage 2. They called it early, so she's like, it's a good thing they called it early, but the journey has still began, and I was just like, it was just so sad because cancer is unpredictable. Cancer sucks. You know what I mean? It can sucks. You know what I'm saying? I've lost family members to cancer, and you know, it's unpredictable. So I like also seeing Tisha this encouraging Kimmi, like you got this. You know, I know you won't call me for help, so I'm just gonna pop up and be here because you ain't gonna call me. I know you won't, okay? But you know, we're gonna fight this. And I think Kimmi is also holding in how scared I feel like she is. I think Kimmi don't want to break down because she don't want people to see her as weak. I think she wants to look like a fighter, which is great. But I love that it already looks like she has all this support around her. And you really need that. Like, you don't need anyone around you who feel like, oh, she gonna die. Like, no, you need folk around you who feel like you are a fucking fighter. And that's all. Like, we only talking about survival. Like, we're not being a survivor. We're not discussing you losing this battle. No, you're gonna win this shit. Fuck cancer. You know what I'm saying? So I love seeing, that encouragement from Tisha to Kimmi. Okay. So that was great. And even seeing Kimmi give Tisha like a little purse she brought for the daughter. So, this is for her to take to school. So, like, if no one will know, like, if she's on her period, no one will know why she wants to the bathroom. I remember the kid, back in the day, we didn't carry purses like that. You know what I'm saying? So you had to carry a pad with you in your pocket and your bra, just to kind of not feel like the awkward girl going to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? It was just weird back then. So I think it's amazing that Kimmi was even crying, giving that gift for the daughter so that she can, be a little girl and not feel weird or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it was amazing. And that's also why I feel like this show can no longer be about the bullshit pettiness between anybody. Because a cast member literally is going to be fighting cancer. So any other BS don't matter at all. Period. And for lack of a better thought, this situation with Kimmi could really bring everyone together. Because seeing how Mel comforted Kimmi, not knowing what it was. Seeing Tisha comfort Kimmi, knowing what it was, it was the same comfort, the same love. So to me, if Mel or Tiffany switch places with Kimmi, I feel like the support will be the same. I feel like if something was to happen medically with Tisha or with Mel, both of them women would want to be supportive of the other. Because life trumps bullshit every day. And producers are going to have to do more because you can't be Destiny, you can't be fussing about Mel and blah, blah, blah. Bitch, Kimmi got cancer. Mel, you can't be whatever because, bitch, Kimmi got cancer. Teacher, you can't be what because Kimmi has cancer. When Maurice made the joke, if your biopsy come back normal, you can cook today, and I'm taking it as a joke. But I like him saying no, like I'm taking over everything. Like I liked him saying, I'm going to take care of you. That is amazing. I feel like if Mel God forbid, if something happened to Mel, Martell gonna be the one trying to help build her back up. I feel like no one wants to get Karen. So this is extreme. This is extremely such a sad situation. We pray for healing to Kimmi's body. We pray for recovery and remission. Period. In the name of Jesus, that's what it is. Okay, ain't nothing else. That's all we wish for. And this show needed something bigger than the bullshit. It's just unfortunate that the bigger thing is this. And I'm hoping at the reunion that is also put in the forefront. Because fussing don't matter. It really doesn't. Because all these issues are trivial. Any rumor that Mel or Martell said about Marceau cheating with 20 women in season 1 or season 2 don't matter in season 5. Tisha being upset because she felt blah, 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 blah. That happened in season 1 and season 2 don't matter in season 5. It just doesn't. I think people really, when Mel said, I don't want to rehash anything from last year, that should be everyone's thought process because, bitch, y'all going into season 6. We need some new shit. Period. That go for production. Carlos King, you can't keep perpetuating the bullshit. Period. We don't need no more Miss Wanda, no more Miss Wanda mess. Like this show can have petty moments. It can have petty arguments here and there. Okay? But that should not be the forefront of shit no more. Anyway, y'all. That was the whole episode. So next week we will see more and more of everything. Okay, because girl, it was a good episode, even though it was just little stuff here, little stuff there, little stuff everywhere. Okay, it was a good episode to me. So again, I will be live tomorrow at 9:30 for gossipy type stuff. My Potomac review will be premiered at 1 p.m. tomorrow. My review of Wakanda Forever will be up sometime tomorrow or Tuesday. I can't think when. And stuff. Okay. Do not forget, y'all know it's Rox will be doing her first ever live on YouTube this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure to go ahead and support Is Rocks. Y'all know to be sure, okay, to be out here doing what, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. To be your JayBird, and okay, do not forget to follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, also on Twitter. Do not forget to like the video. I hope you all have liked the video. Please and thank you. Okay, thank you to all the live watchers, to all the replay watchers too. It's always greatly appreciated. Okay, I will see y'all tomorrow. A great time was had today, and so nice. Okay, and so again, we wish peace and health and happiness to everybody going through anything on any part of this world. Okay, honey, we just wish greatness upon us all. But I had a great time. I will talk to y'all tomorrow. I gotta go. I love you all. I love you all. If no one else told you, Jaylee loves you. Okay, y'all know my new rule. My new rule was always been my old rule. Don't send your cooch via text. If you want to see it, he will come see it in person. Gotta go. Bye.